I'm Michael Amir, and this is Verified. America is in chaos, complete and utter chaos. I've never seen anything like this before. Not only is America on the brink of war with countries like Iran, but the internal conflict, the infighting of Congress is tearing the government apart. Now, if you don't know what's going on, I'm gonna quickly give a rundown of what's happening up until this point. Now, let's first talk about the external issues. America and Iran have tensions rising, so much so that any day now we can hear that America is going to war. Now, this all started when Trump pulled out of an agreement last year that Obama set into place. And they've been going back and forth, playing the blame game. And just as of this morning, Iran announced that it had dismantled a CIA spy ring of 17 people. Now, of course, Trump tweeted, that's not true. He tweeted, the report of Iran capturing CIA spies is totally false. Zero truth. And he goes on to speak on that. But this isn't a coincidence. They go back and forth saying this is true, this isn't true. So if you really aren't in this, you don't know what and who to believe, but the truth will come to light. Now, Javad Zarif, the foreign minister, hasn't tweeted on it, so I don't even know if Iran is actually saying that. You don't know what to trust with American media. So you got Trump with Iran over here. Also, tough tariffs on China. I mean, you have all this going on, not only overseas. Now, here in America, Trump is about to be under fire with special reporter Robert Mueller, who is being interviewed by Congress Wednesday. Now, Trump's not happy about that. He tweeted about that this morning. This guy's Twitter finger's out of control. This morning, he actually tweeted, highly conflicted Robert Mueller should not be given another bite at the apple. And he goes on to explain why Robert Mueller shouldn't be, interviewed in Congress. Now, these are the Democrats pushing this. They want Trump out of office. So Trump is fighting a war overseas. He's fighting a war here. And the Democrats, on the other hand, fighting a war trying to get Trump out of office. And then there's internal conflict. Now, this infighting with the Democrats is bad. But to be fair, seems like a little hate is going on. Let me paint this picture because I don't like the way the media's been talking about these 4 freshman congresswomen known as the Squad. Now, the Squad are 4 first-time congresswomen, all multicultural women from different backgrounds. You have Ilhan Omar, who's a representative out of Minnesota, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, known as AOC, out of the Bronx, New York, Ayanna Pressley, out of Massachusetts, and Rashida Tlaib, who represents Michigan. Now, these are some powerful, beautiful women who are strong. You can tell they're not politicians. They're from the people. They don't even act like politicians. They speak the truth. They speak what's on their mind. You gotta love them. But not everybody loves them. Since they got in office, a lot of people have been throwing shade. One in particular, and that is Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, who is the House Speaker. Now, she's been throwing shade from the beginning. I want to play a video of just, for those who can spot shade, just watch this video and we'll talk about it. Let's play the clip.
Or Alexandria's, however, she's a wonderful member of Congress. I think all of our colleagues will attest. But those are districts that are solidly Democratic. This glass of water would win with a D next to its name in those districts. And not to diminish the exuberance and the personality and the rest of Alexandria and the other members.
Now, did you peep that? She was talking about AOC. She pretty much said a glass of water could have won that election. No offense to you all, but anybody could have won that. That's the first jab. Now, she's been throwing multiple jabs. It isn't like these women are just troublemakers. They took stuff for a long time. But in the recent events, all this cracked off over the immigration detention centers. Now, if you've been watching the news at all, the recent discovery came to light of how horrible the conditions are in these detention centers and people being held in these centers. It's disgusting. It's horrible. And these 4 were front runners for change. Well, this was all brought to light, and Congress tried to pass a bill. The House of Representatives, which is ran by Democrats, and the Senate had a bill. Now, these bills clashed, and Nancy Pelosi of the House of Representatives agreed with the Senate. And AOC and the Squad was upset about that because they went and visited these centers themselves, and they thought the Republican bills wasn't sufficient, or the Senate bill, same thing. So she tweeted. Let's show AOC's tweet about her dissatisfaction with that. I don't believe it was a good idea for Dems to blindly trust the Trump administration when so many kids have died in their custody. It's a huge mistake. And she's talking about the bill. She didn't like the fact that the Democrats bowed and took this Republicans' their bill. Now, Nancy Pelosi didn't like that. She struck right back, not on social media, but on the news. Nancy Pelosi said, and this is her quote, all these people have their public whatever and their Twitter world, but they didn't have any following. They're 4 people, and that's how many votes they got. So she's pretty saying, you 4 are just you 4. You have no sway over the House. You just have your little following and your Twitter. Kind of disrespectful. AOC came right back saying, and you can see this back and forth, I find it strange when members act as though social media isn't important. And she goes on to say her thing. Ilhan Omar has her back, and she tweets, same day, you know, they're just salty about who is wielding the power to shift public sentiment these days, sis. Sorry, not sorry. How do you not like these girls? They're pretty dope. So that's going back and forth. Now, Pelosi kept figuring them out, and it's just 4 of them, and they're all multicultural women. So AOC had enough. On her way to a meeting, CNN stopped her. This is what she said briefly about Pelosi calling her out.
Knowing the amount of death threats that we get, knowing the amount of concentration of attention, I think it's just worth asking why.
Do you think she has racial animus? Is she racist?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So she didn't say she's racist. She's just saying, like, why are you singling us out? We have enough threats. We have enough stuff going on. Let's keep this amongst each other. So that makes sense. However, Trump's seen this and seen an opportunity to cause more division. So instead of letting the Democrats working out or helping to mediate it, Trump is Trump. He goes out and just jumps in the middle of it, and of course he takes Nancy Pelosi's side. He's not going to take these sisters' side. So let's hear Trump.
I think Cortez is being very disrespectful to somebody that's been there a long time. I deal with Nancy Pelosi a lot, and we go back and forth, and it's fine. But I think that a group of people is being very disrespectful to her. And you know what? I don't think that Nancy can let that go on. A group of people that came from, I don't know where they came from. I'm looking at this Omar from Minnesota. And if 1/2 of the things they're saying about her are true, she shouldn't even be in office.
Now you think he'll be done. No, that's not it. He held a rally a few days later, and a chat started at the rally. Let's play that clip.
Obviously and importantly, Omar has a history of launching vicious anti-Semitic screeds.
Now, that's not all. Trump tweeted just this very morning, a few hours ago, about the squad. He's not letting this go. He's really pushing the issue. Let's show the tweet that he just posted. He said, the squad is a very racist group of troublemakers who are young, inexperienced, and not very smart. They are pulling the once great Democrat Party far left, and we're against humanitarian aid at the border, and are now against ICE and Homeland Security. So bad for our country. That was this morning. Trump is really pushing these sisters, trying to, I don't know what it is, but all it's doing is enticing violence. So it just makes you think, at a time like this, what's going on? Trump is unlike anything I've ever seen before, any president I've ever witnessed. It really makes you scratch your head of, who is this guy? What is he thinking? Well, at a time like this, the best thing you can get is guidance. And luckily, yesterday, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan spoke live from Mosque Mariam in Chicago, Illinois, and addressed all these issues. Not only Trump and the issue with the squad, but a lot of different things, but I want to first start by showing you what he had to say about the squad.
I thank Allah for Ilhan Umar. Sister Talib, Sister Ocasio-Cortez. See, these are not punk sisters. They are where black men should be.
Beautiful. Now, what about Trump? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan put President Donald Trump in great context. Let's play a clip from that lecture.
Now, he has a little fever because he wants to be a king. And because he has a feeling that he is greater than a president, he does not desire to be bound by that which the founding fathers have set up to be a balance for the power of the executive branch of government.
Now go watch the full lecture. These little segments don't do it justice. Did the best I can to show you pieces of it, but you have to watch it yourself. When you watch it, you will see why he's banned from social media. He exposes a lot, and he touches on more than just the government, the natural disasters, everything that's going on in the world today. So tune in, promise you, you'll be thanking me later. Tell me what you think. Remember, leave a comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Tune in every day. And if you like the show, go get the app. NFA Studios, that's the name of the app. Go download it. Until next time, I'm Michael Amir, and this is Verified.